Mahashivaratri is a Hindu festival celebrated annually in the honor of Lord Shiva, the god of destruction. Shivaratri is celebrated in every month of luni-solar calendar. In accordance with the Hindu calendar, but once a year in late winter, Mahashivaratri is celebrated to commemorate the oncoming summer. Mahashivaratri literally translates as the Great Night of Lord Shiva, and according to legends, it is on this night that Lord Shiva performs his heavenly dance or thunder, representing creation, preservation and destruction. As per many, it is also the day when Shiva and Parvati got married, thus the union of Prakriti and Purusha for the well-being of the world. Devi Sati was the daughter of a great king and the son of Lord Brahma, Prajapati Daksha. Sati, being an incarnation of Shakti, was destined to unite with Shiva for the welfare of the universe. However, Daksha did not want his daughter Sati to marry Shiva, as he considered Shiva to be a dirty asset, unworthy of being a god or being married to his daughter from a noble family. Sati, however, disobeyed her father and married Shiva. After her marriage, she moved to her husband's abode, the Kailash mountains. Once Prajapati Daksha organized sacrificial ceremony, also known as the Yajna, and invited all gods and devas to attend his grand Yajna. Due to his hatred towards Shiva, he did not invite both Shiva and his daughter Sati to the Yajna. When Sati came to hear of the Yajna being organized by her father through Narad Muni, she longed to go home and attend it. Upon reaching, she felt deeply saddened to see the Yajna, that no one except her mother, Vasuti, was delighted to see her. Not even her father, Daksha. She realized that she was now unwelcome in her own house. Daksha was furious by her uninvited arrival and humiliated her and mocked Shiva. Daksha began insulting Shiva in front of all his guests, and Sati could not bear any insults to her husband. He created two ferocious creatures, Veerabhadra and Bhadrakali, who wreaked mayhem at the sacrificial place. Nearly all those present were felt overnight. Daksha was precipitated by Veerabhadra after the death of his first wife Sati. Shiva withdrew himself from the society and then engrossed himself in deep meditation. Taking advantage of the situation, the Asura king Tarakasura secured a boon from Lord Brahma that he could only be killed by the son of Shiva. Believing himself effectively immortal, Tarakasura terrorized the being of the universe and defeated the gods. Meanwhile, Parvati, the reincarnation of Sati, was born to Himavan, the god of Himalayas, and his wife Meena. When Parvati grew up, sage Narada told her that she was born to marry Shiva, but she had withdrawn himself from the worldly affairs. Determined to marry Shiva in her new birth as well, Parvati embarked upon an extremely difficult regime, penance and devotion. For thousands of years, she only ate fruits and flowers. Thereafter, for hundreds of years, she had ate only fallen leaves, eventually giving up on all food and living on air to survive. In the end, Lord Brahma appeared in front of Parvati and told her that no one in the entire universe had observed or done tapasya or penance the way she did, not even Shiva. He blessed her to soul to be married to Lord Shiva and gave her the name Brahmachari for her immense determination and penance. Brahmachari is also the second form of Ma Durga, celebrated on the second day of Navratri. On the other hand, in desperate need of help from Shiva to have his child who could bring an end to the demon Tarakasura, the god sent Kamadev, the god of love, to disrupt Shiva's meditation. Though Shiva was awakened by Kamadev's arrow, Kamadev was burnt by his anger. implored by the other gods to marry, agreed but decided to test Parvati's devotion first. Shiva disguised himself as a hermit and reached the place where Parvati was engrossed in her penance. Upon being he began criticizing Shiva. He tried to influence Parvati into giving up her tapasya for Shiva, who he had said was an embodiment of inauspiciousness, who carries skulls in his hand and who lives in the crematorium. Parvati, angry by the comments of the hermit, asked him to leave her alone. Even upon many attempts at changing her mind, Parvati did not get affected. Her unwavering sense of devotion pleased Lord Shiva, and he appeared in his original form and blessed to be married to him. On the day of marriage, Shiva reaches King Himavan's palace in the most terrorizing form. Along with the strangest marriage procession, his body was covered with snakes, smeared in ashes, and his hair was mated with unkempt locks. His marriage procession consisted of ghosts, ascetics, sages, aghoris. Upon seeing the terrorizing form of Lord Shiva, Parvati's mother and other relatives were left in a state of shock. Most of them fainted out of fear and terror. To avoid any embarrassment to her family or to her husband, Shiva, Parvati transformed herself into a different form as well. In this form, she was golden, possessed 10 arms and was called Chandraganta. In the form of Chandraganta, she prayed and persuaded Shiva to take the form of handsome prince and also turn his marriage procession nobler so the people can see their gentler side and not to be fearful of them. Shiva and Parvati got married in their beautiful divine forms, and the day of their marriage is celebrated as Mahashivaratri every year. Skanda Purana also narrates the story that when the divine wedding of Shiva and Parvati took place in the Himalayas, all the living beings on earth headed to north towards the great white mountains to witness the great grand wedding. Because of that, earth began losing her balance. So Lord Shiva asked sage Agastya to go to south to balance the earth's equilibrium. Agastya was pleased with his signal honor but was also saddened because that he won't be able to witness this divine wedding. Perceiving the thoughts in the Rishi's mind, Shiva granted him a boon that he and Parvati would appear before Agastya whenever the latter happened to think of him. Pleased with the boon, Agastya began his southward journey. Namaste. If you like this video, please subscribe and click on the bell icon to get more notifications.